Hello fans of the RPG Fanatic Show, and welcome to a video type that I haven't done in a long time. It's a questions and answers video. Of course the questions here are just going to be more of a broad thing. I'm not going to show anybody's comments up in the feeds. Should be a relatively quick video. Mostly it's going to be answering my hair. Some people have noticed my hair is getting a bit longer. What's the reason? And it's kind of related to why I'm dressed like this. I just finished jogging. Been jogging every night that I can, and I basically made sort of a game for myself. I'm not going to cut my hair until this goes away. Doing what I do, I mean, I have the day job as a computer job, and then of course I have the game reviewing, which involves a lot of sitting on my butt reading and researching stuff and playing games, obviously. So I've kind of gained a lot of weight. And it's kind of sad actually, because like this time last year, I'd actually gotten myself down to 150 and now I'm back up to 175-ish. I'm like, and I don't even eat badly, you know? I rarely drink soda. It's mostly just water I drink. A lot of it really just has to do with, you know, not working out. So I figure if I start working out again, I'll start, you know, losing weight. This is 100 pounds weighted vest, and I gotta tell you, this is not comfortable. Even the small weight, you know, it's not comfortable to jog in this. But I have to because my knees aren't that great. My shoulders aren't that great. So I gotta get whatever use I can out of it, you know, work as much of my body as possible, because eventually it gets to the point where it's really difficult for me to continue working out. Start hurting a lot. So I basically try to hasten it. You know, I have like, you know, maybe I have like a good hour of workout time before I just can't deal with it anymore. So I try to maximize that 1 hour by putting on a weighted vest and jogging, and you know, it's like I can't really do push-ups anymore. My shoulders just hurt too much. So now I'm trying to use my Scrimma sticks, and obviously that's not so great for my shoulder either, but it's a lot. It sure as hell beats doing push-ups, pain-wise, and at least then I get more of a workout with my hands and so forth, which is actually getting kind of important because my hands are giving me problems. But, yeah, so if you're wondering why I'm starting to look like a very young Corey Haim, that's why, you know. Maybe I should just like join a glam rock band or something, you know, go 80s style. What other kinds of questions can I answer? Currently, I'm working on Xenoblade Chronicles review, and I'm working on an interview with the creators of D&D, and I hope you guys will really enjoy that. By D&D, I mean the Play-Doh version D&D, the fan game basically, based on Dungeons & Dragons. It was made back in the mid-70s. So I hope you guys will really enjoy that when it comes up. And I have to make this video in advance so that you understand why my hair looks like crazy in that video, because my hair is kind of crazy in that video. I'm not gonna lie. It's not one of my better appearances. I forgot to gel my hair up because I try to. If it's sort of wet, you know, my hair doesn't look like I'm Peter Pan or something. So, yeah. But it's not so bad right now, I guess. I can't really see it. I'm just making an assumption. But when it's wetted down, you know, it doesn't look so bad. But when it's dry, it kind of afros out. I got a friend who also does journalism stuff, and he doesn't like being on camera. He's not super comfortable with his appearance, and we've talked a lot about this before, and he feels that if he shows his appearance, you know, people will concentrate too much on how he looks, and rather than, you know, the information contained in the video he's doing or the interview he's conducting, you know, and he's really self-conscious about this. And I'm like, look man, I'm not that great looking either. So you just gotta go out there, and you can't be afraid of what people on the internet are gonna say about something that you're doing. Because it doesn't really matter what the naysayers and the trolls say. What matters is what you're doing and how it's important for other people right now and in the future. Like this interview I'm doing with the D&D creators. You know, I don't look so great in that video. I'm still putting it out there because the information is important enough that my appearance doesn't matter. You know, I look like a fucking clown. You can't deny it. I look like a freaking clown. My hair is like one of those clown wigs. It really is. And that's going to be immortalized on the web forever. I don't care. Because the information in that video is important enough that my physical appearance shouldn't matter. You know, in the whole grand scheme of things. Like this, people are like short-sighted at times. You know, they really are. Life it can be very short. It can be very short. I learned this, you know, over the years, definitely being in the military, that, you know, you can die at any time. You really can. We like to think that we're very invulnerable, that we can't be hurt so easily. But the human body is actually really super fragile. It seriously is. You know, if you turn the wrong way, you can dislocate your knee. I've seen it. I have seen someone just turn the wrong direction too quickly and their leg not come with them. Kneecap right off. Swear to God, saw it before. When I was in like junior high, a kid did that to himself. The human body is fragile, guys. You can't be concerned about this short-sighted nonsense of what people are gonna think, you know, and say about something that you're trying to do that's important. You just gotta put it out there and hope for the best. And hope that people that understand what you're trying to do will get it, you know? You can't be held back by fears. I try very hard not to be held back by fears doing what I'm doing. And there's a lot of fears involved in this, you know? What I'm saying is going out there and people are hearing it and responding to it, and that's, you know, the first video they see of me might be me ranting angrily, trying to do half, you know, stand-up comedy and half reporting on a news subject. And that's the first impression they have of me. You know, and maybe they won't look at any of the more serious stuff that I do like this. So that's a fear. What's another fear? Another fear is that maybe the show will never be more successful than it is right now. And the important things that I've tried to work on here won't get seen. It won't make any difference whatsoever. You know, that's a big fear, because I'm really trying to make a dent in the universe here. The universe is kind of hard to dent. But, you know, you can't be held back by that. You really can't. You can't let your fears contain you. I don't know how else to say that. I really don't. It's very obvious that if you just sit back and let things happen to you rather than cause change yourself, you're just a leaf in the wind, you know? You don't have any say at all in what happens in your life or in anybody else's life for that matter. So if you want to impact stuff, you want to make a change, you got to make a difference, you can't let your fears of failure stand in your way, you know? It's like, how many of our great people failed repeatedly? Edison failed a lot. You know, Lincoln failed a lot. There's lots of people that failed a lot. George Washington almost lost the war. You can't let fear hold you back. You really can't. And that's why I have this stupid 100-pound weighted vest on me, even though it fucking hurts my knees and my shoulder. Because I can't be afraid of, one, the pain, and two, that I might have a heart attack or something while I'm jogging around, you know. I just don't want to live in fear. I don't. So I hope that you've got something meaningful from this very non-RPG related video while I sit in my set. I'm a pretty bad motivational speaker, aren't I? You know, death. It's kind of a hard topic to talk about. And I don't really like talking about it, but I feel that somewhere I've got to put this down, this train of thought, somewhere. so that when I am gone, you know, at least I've said it somewhere, and that it has been immortalized somewhere for the people to hear what I have to say. What do you want to leave behind when you're dead? You know, I've had to think a lot about that over the years. Joined the army when I was 17. And even before that, I was a martial artist. So I studied a lot of Eastern philosophy. There's something that I read, and I think it was like the Hagekuri, probably mispronouncing that. It's a book of like samurai beliefs and sayings and so forth. And like, I think it went that you'll live a good life if you always keep death in mind. You know, you should always reflect on the time of your death, like how it would happen and so forth. Because if you think about dying, you'll try to make sure that all your affairs are always in order. Like you won't put out your family in like debt or something because of your mistakes, or they'll have a good life because you have insurance or whatever. I mean, that would be an applicable way of how thinking about death makes you, you know, a better person. And even like, you know, how do you want people to remember you when you die? You know, like how do you? Do you want to be remembered as that jerk? Do you want to be remembered as the person who really didn't bother to help anybody? I mean, I really don't. And I try not to be that kind of person. I try to be a good person because I don't want to be remembered that way, you know? Because that's all people have when you're gone is the memories. And there's differences, you know, everybody tries to like honor the dead, but not everybody is worth honoring. And some people are. So I think about like, what do I want to leave behind when I die? Because I could die at any time. Anybody could die at any time. There's any kinds of number of stupid ways. You get a car accident. A car accident is probably the way I would go, statistically. And this show is really what I'm trying to leave behind. Things that I'm doing now with the website, that's what I hope that I would leave behind. There's also like the personal interactions I've had with people, the things I've said to them, and the ideas I've shared, that they shared with me and so forth. I hope I leave that behind, you know, that I've made some positive influences in some people's life. Obviously not everybody's life. You know who you are. But I hope that most people who interact with me have been benefited positively by the experience. And, you know, just think about that, okay? It's not a bad thing to think about death. It'll keep you a good person, I think. Hopefully. Well, guys, don't want this video going much longer, so I will leave it at that. I hope that you will enjoy the next round of videos that are coming. And thanks again, guys, for being fans and watching the show for as long as you have. And remember, life's pretty short, you know. There's so many different stupid ways you can die. I've seen a couple firsthand. And you can't let fears stop you back. And don't use that as an excuse either to do really dumb things. Like, life is short, so let's have lots of fun. Well, yeah, have fun, but be safe about it. Because there's a lot of people that had too much fun, and that was the last fun they ever had. And I don't know about you, but I think it'd be a lot more fun to see what happens in the future than to, you know, piss it away on the not terribly interesting things that are happening right now. I mean, I think the really interesting stuff is yet to come.